real quick, Jay Chase, just introduce yourself to the people of UTSL Network so they know who you are.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Jay Chase. It's Jay Chase Visuals on all platforms. Do photography, videography. You can find me there. If you have any type of events, birthdays, things like that,
Weddings,
portraits, weddings, I do it all, and my team will
bar mitzvahs, weddings,
hey, don't leave bar
birthday
mitzvahs out.
parties,
I'll go. Birthday parties,
events.
Listen, if you got a dinner, I'll pull up.
That's
I've
right.
done
That's
dinners
right.
before. I've done like private events. We've done corporate events. So don't think it's like a business thing. It's like business headshots, anything like that.
Models. If you need your catalog done, you need your photography done for your catalog. Jay Chaser does that. Artists, if you out there, a lot of artists, you don't have your photographs for your album cover. We just actually made an album cover photo with one of the photos that you sent yesterday. Album covers, video shoots, movies. Jay Chase is the man. He's one of the youngest in charge, and his visuals are incredible, absolutely incredible.
Thank you very much.
So let's talk a little bit about Jay Chase visuals, other than the fact that you are one of the most phenomenal photographers and videographers in the area. Some of the things that you get involved in right now, Jay Chase.
I'm coming off a little hiatus right now. We just talked about it 30 days. I kind of just took some time to reset, recharge. As all as artists have to do that. I'm always into doing like outside of like photography, videography. Do some web design. You got some web design. We got like marketing, things like that could get a little hectic. But on the side, I like doing some little football coaching.
Nice.
Doing a little, doing a little classes.
The season is on its way, right?
Yeah.
The football season will be here before you know it.
Yeah, last year I was coaching kids all year.
Nice.
Oh yeah, about 7th, 8th graders. I think there was some 6th graders too.
Nice.
So getting into some of that, I'll disclose more information of where and when.
I can't wait. I'm ready to pull up right now with the DJ equipment and get some practice in on the football field.
So we just want to give them the skills, teach them a sport that they can use. A place to be their outlet. I know football is a very active sport. Sometimes it's a very aggressive sport, so it's an outlet for young men to be able to take out like their emotional and their home and their everything that they feel on the field. Kind of exert yourself in a positive space. So definitely football is a great place. Moms, if you have a young boy that wants to play a sport, don't shy away from football. Because it's always fun to be had and lessons to be learned on the field.
Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of discipline, and there's a lot of things that go along with being a football player. I just because Snoop has a football team. I've been watching Snoop. I watched his documentary on his football team and to see how great he's doing with the kids and in the community, and sending some of these kids to college just off a football scholarship because they were able to connect, with Snoop. So maybe we could work on some of those things here in East Stroudsburg, hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get to that. Yeah.
Definitely. Even for the big boys like me, they're linemen. You could people think about quarterbacks, wide receivers, running back. The linemen really hold the team together. And those big boys, give them something to do.
Yes, indeed.
Give them big boys something to do.
Give them big fellas something to do, definitely. And also in the studio tonight, a returning guest, because, of course, Jay Chase has been here before. He's a returning guest and my super duper co-host tonight. Also tonight, we have in the building another returning guest, and I would like you guys to clap it up and introduce yourself if you can. In the building tonight with me, along in the building tonight with me is Scar. Scar is back again one more time. I appreciate you coming through, brother.
You already know.
Yo, and every time I see you two guys together, I reminisce on the first time that we actually met and how you guys tore down the stage at 1836 Saloon and just killed the entire show. Guys, join us again at Dansbury Park as well. Scar, I missed you for the 1836 Saloon showcase this year. I wish I could have got you in with Official and Friends, but don't worry, I got something else coming. I got something cooking. So welcome back to UTSL Network. It's been busy. I haven't seen you in a year, so I heard that you have some new music. You guys have some new music coming out.
Yes, we do.
Yes. So, and I got a chance to tap into some of the new music the last time I saw you, but we got new music. How about that?
Very nice.
Yeah. So let's talk about a little bit about where you from, where you originally from, Scar, and we'll talk about some of your influences in the music. Where you originally from? You're originally from?
I'm originally from New York, from Staten Island.
My favorite place in the world. We had Roy Rogers and the Sabaros on your block. You ever been? Yeah, that was us. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was my first love. Food service was my first love, and being from Queens, living in Queens, my owners or the owners of the 3T Corporation decided that we needed the Sabaros and the Roy Rogers in Staten Island. So yeah. So Staten Island, home of the Wu-Tang Clan, home of super producer Jit. Big shout out to my brother Jit. He's here in the Poconos as well. Great producer from Staten Island as well. And growing up in Staten Island with the hip hop background, or was it just music in general that you were attracted to?
Just music in general. Like there was no genre. Just the love of the sounds, the visuals, the lyricism from the artist. Like I feel music. Like I'm the type of person when the music is pumping, like I can close my eyes and I just feel whatever they were feeling. Yeah,
and you can tell because even the sound that you have, you can tell there's a difference. Not saying that it's a difference from other rap music. You have some Jersey club style beats and what do they call it again? What's the other genre of music?
Drill.
The drill music, right? The drill beats, right. Excuse me. I'm look. I got the AARP. I'm acting my age right now. I'm acting my age now. But no, my grandson. Let me tell you something about my grandson Zayden. Big shout out to him. He definitely checks Grandpa. Pops, you ain't got the brand new A Boogie. I Want to Be With You. You don't got the brand new Kalani. He checks on me every week, so I'm definitely impressed with the music. But first introduction to music. Who was your favorite artist that you had?
Favorite artist I ever had. Damn, from back then or now?
Whichever you choose it.
All right, so for right now, J. Cole. I don't care what anybody says. I know he backed out of that whole Kendrick and Drake stuff, but it's all good. J. Cole.
His fight.
That was a smart move.
Facts.
That was a smart move. That was absolutely a smart move.
He was in a crossfire.
Facts.
Smart move.
He was cool with both of them. I would have did the same thing.
He was like, I'm out.
But respectfully, I didn't even cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
But growing up, I listened to a lot of Tupac.
Okay.
That makes sense. That makes sense. It's funny because we just did One Life podcast with Todd Lawrence. I just did that last week with them, and one of the questions that they asked me was because they always try. Todd has this way of making me LL Cool J when I'm not. Like I'm the dark skinned LL Cool J to Todd Lawrence. But I was explaining to him, how I came into the music industry myself, being an artist and being a rapper.
You want to spit some bars for us?
Well, I came in the industry as a rapper. I wanted to be a rapper because I felt like everybody else, and I was on the Ulysses R16 beat machine. I was making the beats, right? And I felt like the guys was getting more attention than I was, so I started writing some bars and stuff like that. Right. So we were just talking about that. One of my first shows as a DJ was with none other than Tupac Shakur.
Okay.
So that was one of my first shows. The DJ the artist that was supposed to open up for us, he didn't show up. So I wound up running skits. Like I had my 16s that I wrote down, Scar, and instead of doing the whole song, I would pick a 16 from each song and just rap it along together, like almost like a freestyle format. But it was just those 16s that I put together, and it was impressive enough for me to stay on the stage to hand the mic to Tupac. So that was one of my great experiences, stories that I told. So being influenced by Pac, that's pretty big for me. That's pretty big for me. Because his lyrical compositions and the way that he wrote his rhymes were very different from a lot of people because he had an East Coast flow, but he was still able to tangle with anybody in the game, whether it been East Coast, West Coast, or whatever. You had your hands full when it came to Pac. So that's a great influence. And music, how long have you been doing music now?
Too long. Not long enough, I guess.
Well, no, sometimes it takes a million years. Some artists will say, it takes a million years to find that one song. But music is timeless. So when you make that one hit, that's going to be that one hit. You have another couple of songs inside the
in the back.
inside the back.
I think as an artist, like in every genre, we kind of just create. And it's that one thing that makes people go through your catalog.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be like you could have like 100 songs, and then that hit comes out, and they'd be like, "Oh, I thought this was like the first thing."
Right.
And they go like backwards and start listening to everything, seeing, or like that's how you really get the love of like people. Because like even like with let's say like for me like with Kendrick, right? When he first came out, like I heard one song, and then I was like, yo, he had like 3 albums before. I'm like, he got way more stuff than that. That kind of gets people
same, and same thing to reiterate what you're saying. Same thing like with Doja Cat. Like with Doja Cat, I had no clue that the cow song, right? The cow song, the milk cow song was gonna be the moo moo song was gonna be a vocal entertainment now being who she is. So quick segue. Introduce yourself to the fans so they can get a chance to know you.
Hello, everybody. My name's Nosa Ari. I am a singer in East Stroudsburg in the Poconos. So that is me.
Yes. The voice, Nosa the voice. We gonna change. We change it to Nosa the voice. We gotta change that.
Nosa the voice. I like that.
Yes,
that
absolutely.
ring to it.
Yes, absolutely. Because every time she sings, when she sings, it changes the whole frequency in the room. Because you get a lot of people that accompany rap artists.
Yeah.
One of my favorite duos was Ja Rule and Ashanti.
Classic.
But that classic mixture that you guys have when you're on stage, it is an actual moment. My sister, she calls it a memento, meaning bigger than the moment.
Yeah.
You say we like Scar Rule and No Shanti.
Hey, right. Let's put that handle on it. And how did you guys come up to collab? You want to answer that? No?
Yeah, I can answer that. So I've known his sister for years. So I guess he followed me on Facebook. He saw my videos. I was posting singing videos, like covers. He saw and he was like, "Oh, I need to work with you." And I'm like,
she flaked on me though.
I was a little skeptical.
She probably was scared her first couple of times.
Come on now. I was a little skeptical because I've been working in music for years, for over 12 years. So it's just like you get those people that a little iffy, sketchy. So I was a little sketched out. And I finally met up with him, and we literally linked, and then every day since then, it's just been chemistry.
Nice.
Musically, yeah.
Nice. That's dope. Because you don't have a lot of collaborative efforts in the music industry. Everybody nowadays, when they want to be the star by themselves, the fact that you guys are able to collab on different singles, because you have different singles that you guys collab on. I think that's pretty dope because you change actually the idea of what a rapper can do. Now, we gave a quick example of Ashanti and Ja Rule. Even back in the days and during the Miami bass time, you had a group named KP and Envy. They had a song called Shorty Swing My Way. And it was a collaborative effort between a rapper and a singer that people didn't really expect that was going to happen, and it actually happened, and it came out to be something good. What are some of the things that you guys think about? Titles, or do you guys put together titles? Do you guys put together songs? Do you start off with lyrics first? Do you get the beat first? What do you guys? What's your?
So So personally, I go off of beat. So I have to hear the beat, hear the frequency to get that vibe, and then the words start coming after that. And when we link together, we just kind of throw out ideas and just work with it. And then after that, the vibes. After that, we just kind of make something beautiful out of it. It's hours though. It's hours of work, hours of just doing music. Yeah, you starving, you're not eating for a couple hours, all that stuff. So
for me, it's a similar process, but I also produce. So like for me, it's like if I feel like writing, then I don't feel like producing. But if I feel like producing, then it's like it's one sound that just starts the rest for me.
So do you like have lyrics like there's a lyric over here in your pocket and a lyric over here in the cabinet, there's a lyric over here in the bathroom, some lyrics over here in the kitchen? Is it that type of writing process, or is it just
for me? Sort of, because like sometimes like I'll just think of a dope bar. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna use that eventually. I just put it in my notepad. I put all my stuff on my phone. Just put it in the notepad. Then I'll come back to it like I could use this on this one, and then I just build off of that. Or like if I'm starting from scratch, you've seen me before.
Yeah.
I'll walk around the room. I'll pace until like it just comes out of the air.
Yo, pacing is amazing.
A little bit closer.
Pacing is amazing. I think I pace a lot. Honestly, my wife tells me I pace a lot. Anytime I'm thinking about a project or like even a design that I want to put out and I want to tell a story, because like you guys are doing it through music, you have words. I got to do it with like pictures and like stuff. There's no words.
Right.
I try to strip it down. I just like walk back and forth and just talk to nobody.
Yep.
There got nobody there. I just sit there talking. I want to do this. I slowly start bouncing ideas and kind of coming up with something. That's a great way.
Yeah. So the most famous people, most industry people, that's why they think we're crazy, because we walk back and forth and we talk to ourselves.
You show it in the movies, those people are like they like the madhouse or something. Like, it's normal.
Yeah, it's actually the new normal. Talking to yourself is the new normal, because you have to talk yourself off the ledge in this day and time. And in addition to that, you have to give yourself advice. You can't really wait for other people to tell you what to do, because sometimes they'll tell you the wrong thing. You know? So you have to go on your instincts. Music is something that has the ability to change and go across in different lives and affect people in different ways. How has music affected you as an artist, Scott?
It saved my life, to be honest with you. Like,
Nice.
It saved my life because as I mentioned on the last live, like I was more about a dog, and I had 576 stitches, and for some reason, like I mean, not for some reason, but like being in ICU and all of that, I had nothing else but music. So.
Yeah, we did talk about that when we were here the last time. We talked about how that changed your life, and having that situation happen to you. Let's talk a little bit more.
Like how it happened.
Yeah, how it happened. Yeah.
It happened to me when I think I was 10. You know, it was a family dog. I mean, it was our dog, but the dog went to attack my sister, and in the process, before he could get to my sister, I jumped in the way. I lost my balance, and I was face to face with the dog, and he just turned the aggression towards me. From there, like he grabbed my face and like ripped, and you know, like I remember like trying to fight the dog off me. My mom ran in the room, screamed. My dad ran in the room, got the dog off me, and I just remember standing there, not knowing what was going on, but like my whole anatomy was exposed. I saw my whole skeleton, like I just was leaking. But you know, I never let negativity like stop me. You know, like I feel like the devil is always on the prowl, but as long as you got God in your life, you're blessed.
But I like the fact that you were able to take that situation and turn your pain into something that was positive. Because most people, Scar, I'm gonna keep it 100. Most people that see you automatically, they see the scar on your face, they thinking that it happened maybe from an incident with the game or what have you. I'm just keeping it 100.
No,
most people when they see you, they're probably saying, oh, maybe he got sliced. But to come across and tell that story, to see that, you know, this is what actually happened, it gives a whole nother perspective on you as an individual, because people always, you know, they judge a book by its cover, but you don't know at that moment or that time or that place what that person was going through to make them become this person. My father always used to say, never take a peaceful person to war, because you never know what brought them to peace. And with that being said, that was your peace. Your music became your peace.
Amen.
I think that's dope. I think that's super dope. That's a good storyline, and I would keep that going down the line. When you become famous, you know, not to say you're not famous now, but you know, when you become big famous, keep that line of story, because everybody likes a hero. You know, everybody likes a hero, and sometimes, you know, back in the days we had a movie. TP will tell you, a movie called "Hero Is Nothing But a Sandwich." But it was a crazy movie, because the gentleman that acted in the movie, he was actually a very talented young man in that movie. But people love heroes. I just say that people love heroes, and they love to see or hear a story of a struggle coming into, clarity. We was talking about 50 Cent the other day on the One Life podcast as well. 50, prime example, taking something that was negative that affected his life and bringing it to something positive. Yeah. So that's dope. I think that's dope. So some of the new music, the new music. What are we cooking up?
I guess my inspiration for it is like I've been on a spiritual journey. So like as of this year, I've been trying to get closer to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and through my music, I feel like I've been channeling that spirit, and it's crazy because like when I close my eyes, like it doesn't even matter what I'm rapping about. I feel like I'm blessed through it because not everybody knows what their talent is, and for me, it's like when I'm doing it, like it's like, yo, I got this because of you. Thank you.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. And I think it is the year of reflection. 2023 is definitely 2024 is definitely a year of reflection. And getting closer to your creator. With so many crazy things, different things going on that we ourselves don't understand. You have to rely on some type of source or some type of connection in order to define some of the things that are going on. So that's definitely appreciated to have that connection with your creator and see that as a visual, when you're doing what you're doing, that definitely makes a difference. You want to ask anything about it?
I'm just learning a lot about Scar himself and just to understand him as a person. So sometimes I just like, listen. I love that about going on that spiritual journey just to understand. So sometimes you learn things about yourself that only God can reveal to you, right? And the things that we are given by I would say divine intervention is like, okay, you could be searching for an answer and you're going everywhere and it just doesn't become right. Then you're like in the moment, you're like either reading or writing, right? And then it's like, oh, the answer to the question is this. And it's like in that moment, he's like, look, you had the answer. I'm gonna tell you like what pieces of information to read, what to look at, and you're gonna understand like why you're writing this, why you went through this. Just those, like you said, the moment of reflection. So like when you take those moments of reflection, how does that affect like your project? Do you like, I gotta rework the project, or is it like, I just gonna stick to this one thing, just living it?
Honestly, I'm a perfectionist. So like when I'm putting it together, I guess like the best way I can answer that, when I'm putting the projects together, it's just gotta all sound right. It's just gotta flow, because if it doesn't flow, then I feel like I start rethinking it. I'm like, damn, like this ain't right. Being a perfectionist, I feel like when I'm putting it together, when it just happens naturally, I don't touch it.
Right.
Because it's meant to be that way.
Okay. So a lot of people, we were just thinking about this the other day. A lot of people, when they create music, they create it for their audience to enjoy. How do you guys, I'm gonna ask you, how do you feel about your music? Do you dance to your music? Do you enjoy your music? Do you party to your music?
Yes, I always do. I was actually listening to it as I was coming up here. So I'm always constantly, but honestly, through that process of me listening to my music over and over again, I always find things that like I can work on, that I could be better at. And that's the part of the journey, right? When it comes to music. So I definitely enjoy my music. Of course, I'm my number one fan. You gotta be. In this industry, you have to be. So.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope because a lot of people, they make music for the fans. I made that song, but I don't do Percocets. But
yeah,
for the fans.
But you pushing it to the fans. You don't even listen to it. You don't even not to use that as a specific example, but I'm just saying in general. Most people don't. They don't. You gotta enjoy your own music. That's like as a DJ. I don't always play the songs that everybody wants to hear, and I get it. I understand that, but I do play music that I know that is going to cause a memory for the people that are there, and I try to keep it within that confine. Of course, I take requests. Of course, I want to hear what you want to hear. I don't just play what I want to hear. I try to take requests and stuff like that, but to be able to create music that you can dance to, that you can enjoy yourself, and it becomes something where your family can enjoy it, your kids, if you have kids, grandma, grandpa, they can sit and they can listen to the music. They don't have to worry about shutting it off.
We gotta turn that part off.
Right.
That part out.
Right. Those are the aspects of, you know, kind of what I was asking in that kind of frame of mind.
Everything that makes you relatable to,
Mhm.
like how you're going through something. You're talking about what you're going through, and then when it comes out, it's raw. I think,
Yeah.
like, in such a way. I'm sure, like, there's songs that we've heard that, like, you know, make you laugh, make you smile, make you cry, like Pac said. But in that moment, you weren't thinking about how it would affect other people. It's like, yo, this is just what's true to me right now, and there's 7 billion people on Earth.
That's right.
It's gonna be true to someone else. So that when you're looking back at it, you said, okay, now this is me as an artist. I look at other work that I've done. I'd be like, I did this 2 years ago. Oh my God, that was so bad.
Right,
that was so bad.
Right.
And then you then you could kind of see, like, yo, look where I came from. I was here, now I'm here. Like you're saying, like how you improve on your music. Now, do you use some of that to, like, project into, like, where you want to go? Because I know we're on a borderline there with, like, reflecting too much.
Right.
And then you start getting stuck and, like, oh, I made a mistake.
I use that 100% into, like, what I'm going through. I may not talk about 100% into the situation, but off of the feeling, off of the emotion of, like, what I feel for the moment, that's what I write on, you know. And then, you know, you got sometimes, like, when the beat speaks to you, and then you want to speak on the situation. But for the most part, like, I feel like as a writer, we go off the emotion. We're emotional beings. Like, everybody's an emotional being. We show it a different way. But for me, I am driven through whatever emotion I have, and I go off of it. And that's what I mean by, like, music saved my life, because I have that ability. So when I feel like, yo, I'm about to, like, reach you know, the end of the cliff. For example, like, this whole month I've been going through it. The devil has been trying me, but he ain't win.
Amen. Yeah. And that's funny, because even like you're saying, your situations that you going through, by you, let's keep it all the way real, by you giving your testimony and telling people what you've been through, gives them a roadmap or a way of looking at things from a different perspective, because they know that you've been through it. They can hear it through your music. They can hear it through the pain in your music. They can hear, you know, that you're very close to God in your music. I think it was funny, because you always look at artists or rappers and you wonder if the lifestyle that they perpetuate in their music, if it's
they really live in that.
You know. And even in this time of days, you know, where we have freedom of speech being challenged on different levels, the right to speak your mind and the right for you to be able to speak your mind on music is being challenged now for all, you know, for rappers in general. I mean, we never heard that happen for Bon Jovi, or, you know, we never heard that happen for Kiss or any of those other individuals. Coming up in my years, one of our friends, our showmates here, Jiggy G, she does a show on Wednesday nights. She was one of Luke's artists back when Luke and them was just coming out with the shake music, or, you know, we call it Miami bass, what have you. And that genre wasn't really accepted in society at that time. And you had people that placed judgment on them because they were making that type of music. But at the same time, it was a form of expression.
Yeah.
You know? Miami is a different place when it comes to music. They are self-expression people, because you got such an eclectic mixture of people. Spanish, Puerto Ricans, Colombian. You got all different kinds of things thrown into a pot. So that music, that display of music, and that expression of music that was coming out of Miami, a lot of people didn't get it at first. You know what I mean? They didn't get it, but coming to now, into this day and time, when we look at the Young Thugs, and we look at those individuals who are being challenged on their lyrics, do you sit back and both of you guys, y'all can both ask this question, do you guys sit back and, like, kind of critique your lyrics and think about what you say before you say it? Because, you know, they say life and death are in the power of the tongue. So Do you kind of reflect on your lyrics that way, or you just write what you feel and then you go back and look at it, or you just go with the flow?
I go back into what I'm saying, and sometimes I'll be like, damn, that shit was trash. But for the most part, like when I'm writing it, I'm like, yo, I'm the best artist alive. And then I go back and I'm like, nah, I'm the best artist now. That shit was still trash. But for the most part, no, I definitely critique everything I do, and I aspire to be better every day.
Good.
Same here with me. The way I write my music, this might sound super silly, but when I play the beat, and I usually just say gibberish.
Yes.
Yeah, just a whole bunch of stuff that don't make sense.
No, you actually, we call that a point of reference in recording. Because if you can mimic what you want to say,
yes,
like this,
that's me.
And then you put it together and you find the lyrics to fit into that. I think that's a dope process.
Yeah,
that's a dope process.
And I actually found out that Nicki Minaj does that.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of
I never knew that.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people that do that. Even Jay does it. Even Jay-Z does it. That's why he has the consistency where he says he does it right.
Yeah.
Because he's making up those mimics in his mind, like a point of reference, and you go back and like. Right. I think that's a dope process. That's a dope process.
Thank you, yeah.
So guys, don't feel bad. Like when you're doing your
gotta start somewhere.
You may have a hit song on your hands, and now with new technology, the babies can understand what we're saying, what they're saying. So you may be able to communicate with somebody from a different, different walk of life. But
you get the cadence too, like
yes.
The cadence of
that's
where you
want
to go.
Absolutely.
Speed,
Yeah, because you gotta have cadence, even though it's cadence, like the way she spits. I'm saying spit, but the way she sings, it's like she's spitting, like she's a rapper. So did you rap first? Was that your first?
Honestly, no, but I've always wanted to be a rapper. I'm not gonna hold you. I always wanted to, but then, singing stuck with me. I've been singing since I was 2, so it's always been a thing for me. And then when I found out the singy rappy thing was going on, I was like, let me go on to that.
Since you were 2, wait a minute. Since you were 2, what household did you grow up in? A Dominican household?
Puerto Rican and Cuban.
Puerto Rican and Cuban household. Yeah. They start y'all early, man.
Very early.
Y'all learn how to make rice and beans early, and y'all learn how to sing early.
I started learning how to cook at 9 years old. How to make sure dinner was ready and all that. So. But yeah, no, I started singing at 2 apparently, as my mom says. And my first song that I sang was a Mark Anthony song, if y'all know Mark Anthony.
Yeah, of course we know Mark Anthony.
Yeah, and ever since then, apparently that's just always been a thing for me, just me singing. Yeah.
That's dope.
I mean, if you got a talent, use it.
Right.
That's the reference what you said earlier. You have a purpose. You wasn't given a talent for no reason.
Exactly. Very true.
And it's good. It's good now that we have an opportunity and an industry now that basically accepts that it accepts the growing talent that we are experiencing right now, because there's about 4,675,285,792 artists in the world. I mean, and I'm exaggerating a little bit. But there's that many.
Sounded real specific.
Right.
I was like, wait, what? You know the number?
Right. That's right. Remember the strategy, yeah, right. But actually, just is that many artists in the world. So I want to know, like, both of you guys, is like what separates you from other artists. Let's just put it that way. You can answer it whichever way you want to.
Personally, I think what separates me is the way I express myself in my vocals, and I'm willing to go above and beyond. I'm willing to do different things. And I think one thing that everybody puts me in a category of R&B, and I can do anything. I've sang rock, I've sang folk music, like I have covers in regards to that. So I think that definitely separates me because I put so much versatility in my music, or I try to at least. So yeah, I think that's
dope. That's dope. And you, Scott?
For me, it's the same thing. Like it doesn't matter what the genre is. For me, it's like music is music. If it's a rock beat, we can rock to that. If it's a rap beat, we can rap to that. If it's Afro or dancehall, it really doesn't matter. The music just speaks to me. My goal is to make sure that no matter what genre it is, it's still me.
Nice.
Yeah,
I was actually just watching I think it was yesterday. I was watching an interview. It was Clifton Powell. the guy who played Pinky,
Dope.
right? And he was a little upset because people were like, "Oh, you always play bad guy."
Yeah, I just seen
You always play the bad guy.
Yeah,
but he made a really good point. He was like, "You're trained to be able to play the bad guy,
Right.
and then play the good guy or just the uncle or the pastor." So being able to, like you said, have that versatility gives you opportunity.
Yeah.
Because it's like you can call on a person to say, okay, all right, I know that this person can deliver no matter what situation I put them in. The more versatile you are, like you'll get known for something, but versatility can be what you're like known. Keeps you updated. I think that's something that some of the older rappers are kind of going through. The ones who weren't versatile didn't last that long.
I was gonna say, look at country now. I mean, there's always been black people in country, but like now it's starting to really hit the streets. People are loving it.
Yeah, I gotta play. I gotta play Sha Boozy.
I love Sha.
At least 2 or 3 times at weddings, at parties. I even played at the saloon because it transitions into Tipsy. So I'm able to let that go and then just go straight into Tipsy, where people don't feel a type of way. You know what I mean?
So abrupt of a change of genre. Like, whoa,
they don't feel a type of way because all of the lyrics that are in Sha Boozy in the song are basically from the lyrics from Tipsy. So it's an easy transition. And that level of musicianship and having that level of musicianship is very important for artists nowadays because, they, who was saying it the other day? Somebody was saying the other day that, not so much that people are getting tired of drill music, but they want to hear something else.
Different.
And in my age bracket, to be compared to another artist or to be similar to another artist, we consider that as biting. That was biting. You was biting. You was a biter. You was a biter. So that's why I asked you, kind of what makes you different from another artist, because you guys have a different style. It is a close proximity to Ja Rule and Ashanti, but it's outside of the box because of the cadence, because of the way you guys attack the beat, because of the way you guys enjoy your performance together. It creates a whole different spectrum of talent and musicianship that people can identify with and don't have to say, well, they sound like LL Cool J, or they sound like this person, that person.
What do you think is next, though? What do you think is the next? Because, like, just historically, like, hip hop, I feel like you had the golden age, you had the 88 to the 95. Then you had the 95 to about 2005. It's like 7 to 10 year. I think drill kind of ran its course. What do you think is going to happen, like, next?
I'm hoping Afro music. I'm Cuban, so my family listens to a lot of Santeria music. So it's very African influenced, and I feel like that's something I want to tap into personally, and I'm going to make sure that's getting tapped into.
Yep, that's dope. That's a dope one because you see what's happening. Yeah. Tyler is the new Rihanna.
Right.
They're trying to make Tyler. They're trying to make Tyler the new Rihanna, and the Afrobeats genre. Just to tap in real quick, if y'all don't mind, but the Afrobeat genre. When I first started playing Afrobeats, started playing Joanna and stuff like that from Afrobeat, a lot of people was looking at me kind of strange. Like, this ain't reggae. This is
it's different.
And it became now one of the most popular genres. Like literally, like my mother-in-law, she'll tell you to this day. Strategy started playing Afrobeats first. She'll tell you. She'll literally tell you that because of the connection that I had with what's his name, Burna Boy. At the time, I was dealing with a record company who would send me music as a DJ as part of my record pool. And I was one of the first ones to get a single from Burna Boy. And I played it, and people were left like, what the hell? But I'm a blending DJ, so I could flip it. But people were asking. Now everybody knows who Burna Boy is. Everybody basically knows who Davido is. And even going further, you see Chris Brown. You see a lot of these artists now coming out with Afrobeats type of music.
And have that. So
That sounds like a good direction. Afrobeat, like a kind of Afro beats, hip hop.
Yeah, something like that. Like far away from the South African type feel, but like I wish I could explain it because there's a lot of songs that have that influence, and I really, it's not, it's far from the Afrobeat, if that makes sense. Right.
Because when you think of now, don't forget, we do have some African rap artists. We do. We have some Afro-Cuban rap artists. We have them. So that is something that we definitely need to look forward to in the genre. Because like I said, back in the days, it was nobody sounded the same. Everybody sounded different. You had the De La Soul, you had a LL Cool J, you had a Run DMC, you had a Cool G Rap, you had a Noriega and Capone, you had a Nas, you had all those different elements or those different components of the genre of hip hop. And now as we advance into the next century, we're looking forward to seeing some more space age music.
Blending all these different things together, like a rap techno, rap dance.
I was gonna say I saw something on TikTok. It was a drill bachata beat.
Dope.
Right, it was different.
And I just posted a video, Chase, you just saw the other day. I posted a video of Bobby Shmurda's new song. Bobby Shmurda's new song is not like hip hop. It's not hip hop. It's almost like a Jersey. It's almost like a Jersey club, but not a Jersey club. It's more like a house music type of feel. And he's like, because he's tired of being trapped off in that,
being Bobby Shmurda,
being that Bobby Shmurda, and I gotta come home. I gotta come home from prison and make a drill song because I'm from Brooklyn. Nah, I don't. I could go across different barriers and I can do different things. That's dope. That's real dope. So I'm looking forward to. They're actually going to be at 1836 tonight, coming to perform for the open mic showcase tonight.
1836.
So we're going to pull up in a few minutes and get some good chicken wings and some good food over there in a few minutes. But Star, do you guys have anybody that you want to shout out that while we still got you on the air?
Of course. I want to shout out Gynesis Radio. I want to shout out both of y'all. I want to shout out the man in the back over here for rocking with us. I want to shout out No Sorry for coming through. I want to shout out my family. I want to shout out to my big bro, Jordan Bird, Big Ski. You already know. And I want to shout out to my people watching the live stream right now. I want to shout out to my mom and my big bro, Jay. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I want to shout out to all the Latinas out there, Puerto Rican, Cuban, all the Latinas. I want to shout out to you guys too. Thank you guys for the opportunity of bringing me on here. This is a blessing. So I appreciate it. And of course, my boy Star, because he always puts me on. And it's all love.
So y'all get ready. Y'all get ready for more to come from Nosa and Scar. Get ready to see them perform more here in the East Stroudsburg area. As long as I got a platform, y'all got a place to rock out at. I'll make sure that y'all got the green light whenever y'all come through. 1836 is my home. That's the place where I, do everything at. So y'all got a green light. Make sure y'all come through. Even nights that you don't perform, Scar, I seen you there a couple of nights. Just come through, just rock out and show love. Yeah. So I appreciate that also. We're gonna get up out of here in a couple of seconds. Like I said, be sure to tap in. Please be sure to tap in. It is getting very, very close. We're getting very, very close to our date, August the 17th, Dansbury Park. You know what we do is book bag giveaways. We do it for the community. We're stronger together, so make sure you get ready for that, August the 17th. Again, you saw the AARP here earlier this evening, so you get ready for August the 19th as well. They'll be at Dansbury Park. August the 24th, of course, is the Black and White Affair with the AARP. And I got more to come, man. More things to come. DJ Strategy in the booth at 1836 Saloon tonight for karaoke night and open mic Thursdays. Coming up very soon. You'll see me at IQ Cigar Lounge again on Wednesday night. We have the Wind Down Wednesdays coming up.
That's a spot.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Come and get your ash on. Get your ash. Come shake your ash. Come through and shake your ash. Big shout out to Brother Q and Sister Cordelia over there and everybody over there at 1830 at IQ Cigar Lounge. Make sure y'all tap in Wednesday nights. Y'all see me over there Wednesday nights or Wind Down Wednesdays. Make sure you tap in.
Nice midweek relaxation.
Yes, absolutely. Get a chance to wind down and chill and listen to some good music. No drama, no nothing. Just sitting there chilling, listening to some music and smoking some good cigars. Make sure you tap into that. More to come from DJ Strategy. Look for me. I'll be around here somewhere, working as hard as I possibly can. And you know the motto, man. If Gynesis Radio is not on your radio is not on. Make sure you tap into UTSL Network and other shows on Gynesis Radio. Big shout out to my brother Phil Natassi over there at 1836. We appreciate you. We appreciate everything that you do for the community. And I'm gonna say this one more time. If you use my name, you use my likeness, be sure to know that people are gonna show up and they're gonna support me. They're gonna come out and they're gonna have a good time. They're gonna enjoy themselves. Only ops I'm looking for is opportunity out here. That's the only ops I'm looking for. Opportunity and a way to change things and make them better than the way I found them. I go by the name of DJ Strategy. If you don't know me, I am the voice of the Poconos. Thank you again for having us at the Gynesis Radio station. Thank you again for tuning into UTSL Network. Thursdays are the new Fridays in the Poconos. Make sure you tap in. I'll see y'all soon. Peace and blessings to everybody. Have a great evening. See y'all next Thursday.